because we're going to be here. And so, and if you wanted to do something for Thanksgiving, let me know. Oh, okay.
From our studio in Newport Beach, California.
I think Benjamin will be here
another
too.
edition of the Chab Dog Sports Talk Radio Show.
Benjamin will be here. Yeah.
Sometimes scattered, but always edgy. We're an authentic
he'll
take
be
on
home
sports
before
talk.
Thanksgiving.
Rated R. Chab Dog brings you Eric, the well-read, Frank, the tank, Brian from Sports Rock, and special guests. We're here to talk sports. We're here to rant and vent. We're here to take it up another notch. Now here's your host, Chab Dog.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Chab Dog Sports Talk. We're on each Sunday from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Brought to you by Chabner Law, serving Southern California's transactional and business legal needs, and by Chab Dog Sports Blog for your ahead of your sports headlines and biting sports commentary. All right, well, this is the first show of November 2020, the Countdown to Ecstasy show. And I hope next week brings ecstasy for all of us, though it's, I guess, impossible because we seem to be divided as a country. And we'll be talking some politics in addition to sports. We always cover sports. And I want to first congratulate the Los Angeles Dodgers for getting it all done. And I'm here with my co-host, Eric Sauve. I know you wanted to say something in particular about one of the Dodgers, so go right ahead, Eric, the well-read Sauve.
Hey, Chab Dog, thank you very much, and a shout-out here to Clayton Kershaw. I want to eat some words from last week's show, where I said that in the moment when he starts, he's never made this point in his career before. He's going to choke. He's going to just it's irresponsible to put him in this position again, and yet he went out there. He pitched the best game of his career. The team rallied behind him. What a leader. What a stone-cold professional in the heat of the moment, in the most stressful moment he could be in his life. I am so happy that I was so wrong. Cheers to Clayton Kershaw.
Well, thank you for saying that. Yes, you weren't the only one who was doubting what would happen if they gave him another shot at glory, and I agree. It was one of his better performances. He didn't have the unhittable stuff, but he still had good enough stuff that he got out of most of the bad situations that were kind of building throughout the game. But he definitely got that monkey off his back, and now all he needs, I think he only needs about 15 wins to be a 200-game winner.
We got to get Frank Fleming to fill you.
Frank's not here to.
Not yet.
But, he's getting close to 200 wins, which means, it's that. I mean, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, but his place in history his credentials go up if he wins 200 games. And then, who knows? He might even get up to about 250, but I think that's asking too much.
Dude, he's smart if he retired right now. I mean, that was the pinnacle of his career right there. He can only go downhill from here. He should retire. Just walk away.
Well, I think he's going to probably stick around for a little while longer.
Wait, if he paid me money, I'd stick around too. I can't blame him there.
So that's baseball. Baseball's done now. It's just football, and certainly.
Hopefully basketball doesn't start up again, so we can just continue focusing on football and football only.
Did you want to talk any about the college basketball from yesterday?
Pardon me?
The college football.
College football.
Yeah, I don't know why I said college basketball, but I guess I'm thinking about college basketball in the back of my mind. Like, when's that going to start? But anyway, college football was interesting. Did you see the clip I sent you on the Rutgers-Indiana game?
I did have a chance to see that, yes.
Did you watch that play? That was an incredible play.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if we can play that, but...
I don't have it handy, but it was...
Shoot.
I don't understand what. Can you explain what happened?
Well, the Rutgers did about 15 of those laterals, including some ridiculous stuff where the offensive lineman got the ball and threw it backwards over his head.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's why the play was invalid, but they called the touchdown back. But if you could see it, it would be so much better because it's funny as all hell.
Okay, actually, I missed that scene. I was looking at something.
I thought I
else,
sent that to you late last night.
When Tank, we'll get Tank on, or I'll see where Tank's at on.
So Rutgers lost the game, but they won my heart with that play. That was a great play. And, they never give up. Good for them.
Well, looks like IU's going places here.
So IU had a nice win. Penn State got beat by Ohio State. Yeah. Most people thought that was going to happen, and there weren't any fans there, so it was just
no white.
There's no white out there. They need the energy of those fans to really give Ohio State problems, and
they wasn't there.
Michigan lost to Michigan State, so that was funny. Yeah. I don't know if we guess we can't get the Harbaugh post-game press conference, but that must have been depressing as all hell.
Yeah, we know what I don't have to watch it to know the story of what's going to go down there. Yeah,
yeah. I'm sure he was
thrilled,
decompensating. He's got a terrible record now against
all the teams that matter.
I don't know the important teams, particularly in the Big Ten. Particularly when he's lost a bunch of. I think he's lost a bunch of games in Michigan. Mm-hmm. I think the last game was in Michigan. The game that they lost this week was in Michigan.
There was no home field, so
yeah, right. There's no one in the big house anyway.
Gretchen won't allow anybody in, so.
So 27-24, they lost. Alabama rolled. So Alabama might be number one because Clemson barely beat Boston College. Mm-hmm. But Clemson didn't have their quarterback. Clemson's quarterback is out with COVID.
Oh, well, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I heard Dabo Sweeney talking about it. So he's better now, but he's still not within the period of play that he can come play yet. His days, a few more days he has to wait. And Dabo explained that. I thought, good coach, good communications there from a leader. But yeah, he's out. But hey, they still won.
Yeah, so I don't know if they stay at one or if they might fall because Alabama looked great and
Alabama won. So Alabama's got to be number one. Come on.
Yeah, I think they are. But
Clemson's 1A.
People will disagree on that.
Of course they will.
Anyway,
that's what's great about the polls.
Let's see. Oklahoma won big. Texas A&M won. Mm-hmm. LSU got slaughtered by Auburn. So LSU really is they're
done. Toast.
They're out.
Yeah.
Florida and Missouri. Florida beat up Missouri, but they got into a fight at the end of the game, and that turned into a big. That was just kind of a melee, and but Florida is pretty tough, and Georgia beat Kentucky badly, and it
was a beatdown. A lot of boring games on.
Yeah, and then in the Big Ten, what else happened? I'm trying to remember. I don't know if anything huge happened. Northwestern beat Iowa, which was an upset.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Northwestern's having a pretty good year.
Yeah, with the Pac-12.
And then there was the Maryland game. Maryland won. That was on Thursday night or Friday night. Friday night. Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching that. And Maryland, they played pretty good, but they screwed up in some key moments and almost gave the game away on the goal line. They fumbled it away. But then they came back in kind of a mad comeback, and Minnesota just was trying to sit on the ball, and it didn't work. Mm-hmm. And
what are the Terrapins' record?
In overtime, the Minnesota's kicker missed an extra point, and that was the difference.
He
was recovering from a surgery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What? He get his balls put back on? Or?
A hernia. He had a hernia. Imagine having a hernia and trying to be a kicker.
Yeah, no.
That doesn't work, does it?
I mean, they don't have like 15 kickers on the roster. They couldn't send some other kid out there.
So there's a reason why he was wide right. And so that's pretty much the rundown. And Texas beat Oklahoma State. Yeah, I just don't really care about no offense, Kansas, but I just really don't care about the Big 12 right now because it's not good.
How about the Pac-12? Do you care about the Pac-12?
Pac-12, I don't even think about.
When are they playing? Are they going to play or are they not going to play?
That is such an afterthought. They should just shut that stuff down. I mean, just don't even
As if they
I shouldn't say that because I went to UCLA Law School. I should like UCLA, but Pac-10 football sucks.
Yeah, it could be Troy Aikman went to UCLA. What's his first name?
Yeah. Well,
Kenneth
we're not.
Troy Aikman.
I don't know. It does to me. It doesn't
Were you
have.
there when,
it doesn't have the sizzle that it had when they had Troy Aikman and Rodney Peete.
Oh, Rodney Peete.
For USC.
I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, it's. Yeah, so
Well,
I don't know
UCLA is
I haven't been keeping track of Pac-12.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, yeah, I mean, we're going to be able to talk about the games all we want. 10 o'clock, we have some good games to watch.
Yes, yeah. I'm sure you'd like to watch Pittsburgh, but you're in a Kansas City household here now.
Yeah, but
you brought that up last
there's
night.
commercials.
Let's
you
have
know,
it out here.
you can always go to a commercial and.
Yeah, on a commercial we can flip over, but
I've got a Stewart baby. What is this?
Cordell Stewart.
Oh, I should have worn my Cordell Stewart jersey. I have one at home, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very good luck. It seems like they always lose when I wear that, so I didn't want to go near jinxing myself today.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, we got some picks coming up, too. We're going to make some football picks a little later.
And it is, it's presidential election day coming up on Tuesday, and
gee, who knew?
We're kind of all waiting for something to happen, and then we get stuck with this extra hour on a Sunday, which I usually love because it means an extra hour of sleep, but I forgot to turn my clocks back, and I woke up too soon.
Wah, wah.
So we're all kind of on pins and needles waiting for something to happen, and
holy dog shit!
Well, there's a lot of things to be concerned about, of course, but there's also comedy.
Hopeful about a lot of things. To be very excited about.
Presidents give us a personality that you can, by the end of 4 years, you pretty much understand how your president thinks and acts, and that's why the comedy is so good. You want to?
Let's play a Stockdale.
You want to play something? This is from the 1992 VP debate. The VP debate.
I'm not a politician. Everybody knows that. So don't expect me to use the language of the Washington Insider. 37 years in the Navy, and only one of them up there in Washington. Mm-hmm. And now I'm an academic.
He's with Ross Perot.
The centerpiece of my life was the Vietnam War. I was there the day it started. I led the first bombing raid against North Vietnam. I was there the day it ended, and I was there for everything in between. 10 years in Vietnam, aerial combat.
He was an admiral,
and
right?
torture.
Yeah, Navy.
Navy pilot.
I know things about the Vietnam War better than anybody in the world. I know some things about the Vietnam War better than anybody in the world. And I know how governments, how American governments can be
it's like he lost his
can be courageous, and how they can be callow. And that's important.
Yeah,
that's one thing I'm an insider on.
Yeah. Why would he have to put his glasses on? I guess maybe he had reading notes that he would needed to refer to.
Perhaps, or hey, but Joe, it's no worse than Joe Biden. There was some question of that man's competency at the time. I remember he was pretty old. I mean, he was really revered, but he was pretty old and beat up by then.
Yeah, and then he said, "Who am I? Why am I here?" And I know he was just asking. It was a rhetorical question.
Rhetorical, but then everyone, the press took it, but twisted it and made him look like some senile monster.
Yeah, it just made him look so bad.
Yeah, he was. He's a war hero.
But that was don't discount what Perot did in that election. He really fucked Bush up.
Yeah, there were people say that he didn't, or that it didn't matter electoral college, but no, nonsense. It kept.
No, third parties make a difference. They usually elect another party, but they make a difference.
Yeah,
they probably won't in this election, but
no, not unlikely in this one,
unless we figure out that Trump lost one of those states that he needed to win because of Kanye. I don't think there are any states like that, really.
The birthday party, don't forget the birthday party.
Yeah. So I did kind of think through things, and, I don't know. 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 it doesn't really. It just doesn't matter what the popular vote numbers are, and it doesn't matter by how many points Biden is supposedly ahead. If Trump wins one of those if he wins certain combinations of those like 4 key states, he's going to make it. I mean, he could even lose Michigan and he could lose Pennsylvania, and he still wins if he wins.
If he gets Minnesota, Iowa.
Or Minnesota or Wisconsin,
yeah.
and he has to get Arizona.
Yeah,
Iowa.
That's big of.
But I'm just
He's apparently this morning in the Daily Mail he's pulled even in Iowa. So
I think he's going to win Iowa. He just
ground.
always seems to be, or he's been kind of ahead in some of the polls there, and so I don't think he's
polls.
even.
Yeah, can you trust
he's
the
not
polls?
concerned about that state. And Arizona, I have this based on the polls I've seen. It seems like he's ahead. Trump's ahead in Arizona.
Not according to the Democrats, he's not, but according to my gut.
Oh.
It's funny that state you think would be a reliable Republican, but so many in the recent growth has been a lot of
it's
Hispanic
got a
people,
huge Hispanic
population. But if you're Hispanic and you want to work, you want to vote Trump. Here's the thing: these people, they don't do polls. They're too busy working. These are the hardest working people we have in California and Arizona. They're doing all the frontline jobs. They're putting themselves at risk, their families at risk, and they're the ones that live in the housing.
The polls are supposed to be a representative sample, but it's any scientist, any doctor will tell you if there's something wrong with the sample not being representative, then who needs the poll?
Yeah, the numbers are irrelevant. The polls are systemically biased. Because they're designed by white people, and the questions are asked to white people.
How much are they off by? The usual thought is if something's within the margin of error, then
that's the problem. The margin of error is completely it's not calculated correctly. Nobody ever talks about that. It's the margin of error. That's what's incorrect.
You really don't know where the margin of error.
It's 50-50. Is it right?
I think it's like,
and if you can do that,
7. It's probably a 6 or 7% is what it should be.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Sometimes more. No, the margin of error is the way that's calculated is specious. It's not based on fact. It's still based on speculation.
And if Trump wins every state he won last time, except loses loses Wisconsin and Michigan and Arizona, there's a tie.
Wow!
It ends up 269, and then you could have a situation where where the House, the newly elected House, the state delegations are still controlled by the Republicans, so they elect Trump, and then the vice president has to be elected by the Senate. And what if the Senate flips? Then they pick Kamala Harris, so you have Donald Trump and Kamala Harris as the new.
Can you imagine Trump Harris?
That would just.
Yeah, that would be mind blowing.
That'd be so unsettling. It would just
utterly mind blowing.
I don't know how that would work.
It would be. That'd be ironic.
But you heard it on this show that you
Chap Dog said it first.
That could happen. Mm-hmm. I don't know why nobody's talking about it.
Nobody's talking about that. Yeah. But last week you went through the constitutional laws that are in place to make that happen if such a tie exists.
And the Senate does pick the vice president.
But the sitting Senate or the one that gets inaugurated in January?
I think it would be the new one because I would think it's the same role as
the Congress.
And what about the Congress?
Same thing. So the House is just
it is the new House.
The new ones. Okay.
Yeah.
But if the Democrats won both, the House and the Senate, then what?
Then
they'd elect whoever they want.
Then they would
have back to Biden.
They would have to. They would pick Biden,
right.
And they would elect. Yeah, so that would be what they want.
All right, so they could still get their way. So there's fewer options for the Republicans here, fewer options for the president.
Yeah,
to win this thing or stay in power. What country do you think he's going to leave?
But I think it's just my sense is it's going to be hard for the number of House delegations controlled by the Republicans to change, because that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that who has more representatives in the House.
Mm-hmm.
They look at each state, and each state elects the president. So it depends on how many states are whether the Republicans control more of the state delegations.
It's an electoral college.
So it's
based number, not based on the.
It's not based on the electoral college. Okay. It's based on the composition of the House on a state-by-state basis.
Oh, but as I say, if the Congress right now it's controlled by the House is controlled by
The Democrats, but the delegations are not.
Oh,
the delegations are controlled by the Republicans. Because if you think about it, there's a few more states that are Republican states than are Democrat states.
True.
So those delegations are typically they're controlled by Republicans or whoever.
Well, they are, but then there's more Democratic representatives. But you're right.
I know, but
it's okay.
they're overloaded in California and New York.
They are
in the populous states.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it could be another frustrating thing if Trump loses the popular vote.
It's
something
fitting.
like that
it's fitting that in a year where we had very frustrating COVID, that we're going to have very frustrating election results. That's just typical.
But I wouldn't. I wouldn't
put it past.
There's a few different scenarios where that could happen. So,
I'm looking for Kamala.
Oh, we only had one clip, I think.
I know, it's only 14 seconds, too. Here she is.
Yeah.
So speaking of Ms. Harris.
This was in Cleveland.
Are we in Cleveland?
Yeah, Cleveland.
Hey, Cleveland! It's Kamala!
Now, didn't she say Kamala?
Kamala.
Yeah, but she said it wrong.
She says
Are we in
Kamala.
Cleveland?
No, it is Kamala.
She said her own
Hey,
name wrong.
Cleveland! It's Kamala!
Yeah, Cleveland. There's about 20 people out there. Oh, well. It's funny how she's become.
Remember when they said that Fox News was mispronouncing her name?
If you say it like Impala, Chevy Impala.
And then she just
Kamala.
said it the way they said it.
Well, she said Kamala.
Yeah.
But it's Kamala. Well, no, Kamala is the mispronunciation. Like Impala, Kamala.
No, everybody says Kamala
They
because
do?
we've been told that
it's
she
Kamala, man.
No, she doesn't. They don't like.
You tell me I got it wrong.
I'm just telling you that if you listen to the Tucker Carlson thing,
I just heard her say it.
and I agree because that's
Woman
what I
says
heard.
her own name. Tucker Carlson. Let's run our tribute here to Sean Connery.
Oh, well, we
Great
do have
person.
to mention that he died.
Unfortunately, can you name the 7 James Bond movies he was in order?
Well, in order.
In order.
Oh, come on. All right. Well, I'll try.
Okay.
But I'm going to probably get the order wrong, but I might be able to get the movies. There was Dr. No.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there one called To Live and Let Live?
Because they are incompetent! Incompetent!
Yeah, that's not the second one.
That's not the second one, though.
No, and that was with Roger Moore, too, and it's called Live and Let Die. But
Oh, I got that wrong then.
Yeah.
Goldfinger?
Not number 2.
I know, but I told you I don't want to go in order.
All right. So
The Man with the Golden Gun?
that's Roger Moore. Okay, but let's start again.
Fuck.
So Dr. No.
Dr. No.
Goldfinger.
Let
Right.
me try to get him. From Russia with Love?
Yes, that was number 2, actually.
That was my favorite.
Then Goldfinger was number 3. Okay, so we're on track now.
Oh.
We're on track.
Damn. I'm
So
back
what came
on
after
track.
Goldfinger.
Well, I know he was in Diamonds Are Forever, but
That was his last one.
That was the last
Well,
one.
actually, that's a quick question, but it was just, okay. We'll get to that. There were 2 in between.
Moonraker?
Roger Moore.
Oh, damn it. What was... There was one with a... No,
Clock's ticking.
Was that with a circus?
Thought we were talking sports here.
Oh,
No, that's
damn it.
Diamonds Are Forever. That's
Thunderball.
Thunderball, thank you. That came after Goldfinger. Okay. And then one more movie.
So I'm only missing one?
Missing one. Well, yeah, and then there's the last movie he made, and that's
Well, there's Diamonds Are Forever.
no before that. Made in Japan. A sweet little Toyota Sport. Coupe.
Damn, what was that one?
Convertible.
There was one in Japan.
Yeah. He flies a little helicopter around.
I don't remember.
Okay, that's You Only Live Twice.
Oh, yeah, I knew I'd miss that one.
Okay. And then there was On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which was George Lazenby. It was
I didn't
not a
like
film.
that one.
It was different. And then he did Goldfinger. Or is it, Moonraker. No.
Thunderball?
Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds Are Forever.
And then the 7th film was in 1984, where he came back and played James Bond again with it wasn't a Broccoli-produced film, but it was an authorized Fleming script.
You only live twice or something?
No, you never say never again.
Oh, never say never again. Yeah.
It's a semi-official, so
who was in that? And he was in that one.
He was in. Sean Connery reprised his role.
You don't remember that one as being particularly good?
Well, it wasn't part of the series. I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't the producers who did all the other movies, which have done the movies have only been produced by one set of producers, and then their daughter Broccoli, Cubby Broccoli. But that movie was done by a different producer, but he had the rights to the script for Thunderball, and he won a lawsuit. And it was basically a remake of Thunderball. Okay, so that's pretty nerdy here. Here's Sean Connery in a really great movie role here.
Yeah.
The Untouchables. Remember this one?
1987.
You said you wanted to know how to get Capone. Do you really want to get him? You see what I'm saying? What are you prepared to do?
Everything within the law.
And then what are you prepared to do? If you open the ball on these people, Mr. Nash, you must be prepared to go all the way. Because they won't give up the fight until one of you is dead.
I want to get Capone. I don't know how to get him.
Want to get Capone? Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's the Chicago way. And that's how you get Capone.
That's the Chicago way.
Now, do you want to do that? Are you ready to do that? I'm making you a deal. Do you want this deal?
I have sworn to put this man away with any and all legal means at my disposal, and I will do so.
Well, the Lord hates a coward.
So earnest.
Do you know what a blood oath is, Mr. Ness?
Yes.
Good, because you just took one.
Great Sean Connery. You ever see the movie Outland? Where he plays
I heard
sheriff
about
on
it.
Another planet.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. He's had a few
what else
other
did he do?
roles
He did Robin and
outside
Marion.
of...
He played Robin Hood in the movie Robin and Marion, playing an older Robin Hood. What happened to Robin Hood after all the glory days went by when they got old? Remember that? What else do you remember him?
I just remember the Untouchables.
Untouchables. Oh, and Highlander.
Oh, Highlander.
That was pretty big. Yeah.
I don't remember much from that movie.
No, he was great in that movie.
I mean, the best way would be to pull up his thing on IBDB.
Oh, that's cheating.
But that's taking too long.
Yeah, well, I might do that too. All right.
So what, you want to go through the picks at all? Do you want to do that before?
Tank is coming on. So.
Is he? When is he coming on?
He said in a few minutes.
Oh, he
ago,
did say. Okay.
Yeah, I did get a hold of him by text. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I wasn't sure what his schedule is like this week, but
yeah, I think he's full time now over at Barstool. They made the transition. So.
Well, I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah, we'll hear all about our buddy Frank.
So, we want to play one of the clips?
Yeah. What do we got here? Save Ice Cube. I want to hear Ice Cube.
Something funny.
Well, then that one I just had on looks like the way to go.
Okay.
When I find it again here. Mailman, my heart belongs to Daddy. Am I getting too far? No, I'm too far down the road here. Let's go back here.
There's that one with...
I think right around here. Where'd it go?
That one, maybe. I think it's that one.
That's George Bush.
Yeah, you don't want to play that?
Let's do the three-way. Okay. We'll do what you want. That
Play the George Bush. That's good. This is just before he gets elected president.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
He's having the beer out of the keg.
Man, it's cool. I'm going to be president. That's wicked.
Watch that language there, son.
Being a terrible.
That's right. Gotta watch that language.
Sorry,
there.
Dad. Sorry,
I know
Dad.
you young people want to be hip. You know, you want to be like the Backstreet Boys or Christina Aguilera. You know, I understand, but we got to get ready to debate Al Gore. Polls say you're neck and neck.
What a joke. He's a wimp.
People said that about me once, George W.
What? That's insane.
Exactly. Don't underestimate Gore. He's crafty. Goes this way, then that way. Look what he did to Bradley in the debates. Took him out to the political woodshed and beat him within an inch of that big old double chin.
Don't worry, Dad. Don't worry, Dad. I am a reformer with results. I'm a compassionate conservative. I'm a uniter, not a divider. I'm a uniter, not a divider. I'm a uniter, not a divider.
Snap out of it.
But I'm a uniter, not a divider.
Don't make me do that. Look, no one knows what the hell that means. And I wrote it, and I don't even know.
We're still here.
Uniter, not a divider. Let's review our strategy today.
All right. Okay.
Now, to get the nomination, you successfully cozied up to the religious right. Got cozy over there. I saw you. Went down to Bob Jones University down there. Hi, Mr. Bob Jones. Love your school. Very festive.
Sit next to Anal Robert.
Now you're the nominee. Time to do that dance
Oral
over
Roberts.
to the middle, that middler dance in
that's
there
in-
where
that's in
King
Tulsa.
centrist rules, because that's where politicians get elected.
Anal must be in Oklahoma City.
That vast middle area.
Didn't I beat McCain by cozying to the right?
Listen, son, McCain wasn't afraid to tell people his honest opinion, straightforward. What a nut.
Yeah, that guy was crazy.
All right.
All right, we're gonna welcome our first caller in, Frank Fleming from Barstool Sports. How are you doing, Frank?
All right.
Just all right. This is
Another day.
This is going to be a pretty good day, I think. I like the games that are on tap today. And
it's the last football before the revolution, Tank, so we should enjoy it, right? We might not have any more after this.
This time next week, we'll be hearing this when we do before the game. Give up all of your possessions. You don't need anything at all. The government just sustains us through it all. We don't need anything except our labor. And all our money goes to the neighbor. And straight to the government.
we need the background music to this.
We don't need
Rides his
any
own.
need. Now reading is the
anthem, I
way.
guess.
We're gonna have nothing. And our politicians celebrate with the celebrities. It's Lady Live from the White House. It's Beyonce. $8 million. I got $8 million tax free. I got $8 million tax free. Everyone's going to party with me. And here is Jill Biden. She's wearing the Hope Diamond. Isn't she beautiful? Yes, she is. And I'm so glad that she has an $8 trillion clothing allowance. And everyone should not
Barstow
question
pays
it,
money
but be
for this.
happy. Listen,
God
CNN.
damn those trillionaires. Trillionaires.
Hey, Tank, you're a fan of Star Trek. Do you prefer the Next Generation or the original series?
The original series.
Well, here's a little clip you might still remember. Well, we got both here, but here's just something that will ring a bell for you.
That's what all this
That's
is
the
about.
original series?
No, this is Next Generation.
A lot has changed in the past 300 years. People are no longer obsessed with the accumulation of things. We have eliminated hunger, want, the need for possessions. We've grown out of our infancy. Here's what I propose.
Remember that?
Don't remember that one.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the whole Star Trek model where they've gotten rid of money in the future and people just live for their to become the best selves they can, and hunger and want and all these things are gone. And it's funny, after printing.
So in other words,
go ahead.
So in other words, humans just completely stop being human.
Well, Or maybe we evolved to the point where, yeah, we can provide everybody with food and people can just pursue their own best selves instead of having to win by somebody else losing. Is that being too idealistic?
Yeah.
It's too idealistic, isn't it?
Bullshit.
Okay, here's some original series here. Because this is an election eve, here's Captain Kirk telling those...
No.
It was the Combs
Only
and the
the eyes of
Yak.
a
Holmes.
They
No,
see
the
the
Yanks.
E plebista.
This was not written for chiefs.
Hear me. Hear this!
This guy's holding spears.
Among my people, we carry many such words as this from many lands, many worlds. Many are equally good and are as well respected. But wherever we have gone, no words have said this thing of importance in quite this way. Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people." That what you call Id plebnista was not written for the chiefs or the kings or the warriors or the rich or the powerful, but for all the people. Down the centuries, you have slurred the meaning out of the words, "We the people of the United States," in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure
Canadian.
domestic tranquility, provide for the
Yeah,
common
thank you,
defense,
Canada.
promote the general welfare,
Thank you for Captain
and
Kirk.
secure the blessings of liberty.
Jim
Ourselves
Kirk.
and our posterity to ordain and establish this Constitution. These words and the words that follow were not written only for the Yangs, but for the Coms as well.
Oh, the Yangs and the
They
Coms.
must apply to everyone, or they mean nothing. Do you
Communists and the
understand?
Yankees.
Yeah. The New York Yankees lost.
Do not fully understand. One named Kirk.
Stupid.
But I
The
will.
holy words will be obeyed.
I will obey.
I swear it.
Frank, did he just break the prime directive there?
He always broke the prime directive.
I know. It's like, to fuck with the prime directive, I'm going to break it.
That was a great speech.
Great speech, though. Yeah. The guy,
Yeah.
That's, so in all the selection here,
And
hey,
that's why Kirk is better than fucking
Picard?
Bald guy.
The Frenchman?
Which one? Luke Picard.
Yeah, John Luke
Uh,
Picard.
you know, when he told number 1 to take a number 2.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it was pretty metrosexual of them to cast the captain that way. So, Tank, tell me what happened to Rutgers yesterday and why they lost that game.
I love that play involving the lateral.
Again.
What?
The Rutgers became Rutgers again.
Okay.
Yeah, but that play was incredible. That touchdown. What did you think of that?
And of course, the refs fuck up. The refs fuck up everything.
Why did the refs take that off the board?
Because they're the refs.
I mean, come on, they have to have a good reason.
Anyone see something exciting? You're here to see me.
You must have been going out of your mind when you saw that.
How about other action in the Big Ten?
Well, I mean, Penn State got pasted.
You're a loser. You've totally failed.
Oh,
It's
Jim
time
Harbaugh, yeah.
You go back to the NFL. You are a loser. You have failed. You have sucked. You really lose. Every time Jim Harbaugh is going to be gone.
Yeah, that was great. I wish I had been there to see Jim Harbaugh pull his hair out.
I mean, it's to the point now where it's about time. He can't beat his rivals. He can't win a big game, and they just Michigan just continues to slodge along.
Mm-hmm. A big lumbering elephant. That needs they need an enema or something. And then Northwestern beat Iowa. That was an upset. I'm not sure how that happened, but it did. I love watching the Maryland game where they beat Minnesota. That was sweet. Did you see that?
Oh, that was crazy. Minnesota has basically no defense.
Yeah, and their coach is kind of a ninny. I didn't like the way they ran their offense the last quarter, and they just basically gave Maryland chances. Let's just run the ball 3 times into the line. I mean, they had Maryland by the balls, and they just let them go. That Maryland quarterback is good. He's the brother of Tua.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I thought he's just a work in progress, but he looks like he has some talent. And
let's hope his brother looks that good today.
Let's hope what? Oh, his brother.
His brother looks that good today.
Do you like that they're just getting rid of Fitzpatrick now, who's done a pretty good job?
Well, it's for next year. You know, it's to get his feet wet. Have him do his growing pains now. So hopefully next year they could actually make a true run at something.
But Tank, you're 3-3, and the Patriots are knocked out of the division. So all you got's Buffalo. I mean, can't you play for more?
Next year, but if you don't start him this year, the next year, is year of just okay. Let's go through the growing pains. That's going to be another year that you waste.
I don't know. It's difficult in the NFL. It's really difficult to build up momentum.
You got a point, Dan.
and get a flow going on offense. And they seem like they had something for a while, and now I'm not sure what the impact of this is going to be.
It's not like Fitzpatrick playing lights out. He did not have a good game against the Jets.
He's playing well enough. Playing definitely better than I've seen him play in a while in general.
Yeah, but what you do? You're going to make the playoffs? You're going to go one and out? No, I'd rather them just keep focusing on the future. Two struggles, he struggles, and then next year hopefully he'll be better.
Well, I guess players have to do what the coaches tell them, and if Fitzpatrick has to sit out while Tua gets his chance, and if Tua fucks it up, then he'll just come back, and maybe it won't matter. But maybe Tua will do great, but I have a feeling rookie quarterbacks usually don't.
Well, then get it out of the way this year, and next year it can be all the better, right?
Who are they playing this week?
The Rams.
It's a game they're going to lose no matter who's quarterbacking.
The Rams are only a 3.5-point favorite there, Tank. Who are you taking in that game?
I'm taking, golly. Why does my computer always freeze on me?
Because it's you, Tank. That's part of your skit. Did I see that you now? Did you move over full time to Barstool this week, or are you still with the court?
I'm in the transition week. This is going to be. I'm actually starting to. I'm going to go into office one day this week, and then nice. I got the full time officially finally at the end of the week.
Oh, good. Okay, fantastic. Congratulations,
I'll
everybody.
be starting up with the court thing, and that just gets crazier and crazier every fucking day.
Now, how long will it be before de Blasio closes Barstool because of health reasons?
He sprays Barstool with disinfectant.
Yeah. City.
It's ridiculous. Does anyone realize these idiots that are just they're like pay us now, get us now, pay us now, give us now.
Who's that?
Oh, it's all the people in New York that de Blasio gets riled up. The people that want something for nothing.
We better not have a lot of misbehaving on election day. What?
You know, he tried to kill the Mets deal.
Yeah, but he wasn't able to. He couldn't pull that off.
Yeah.
He got a payoff. There was a payoff made behind closed doors.
What a joke!
And he's of course he got paid. He got paid. Not a joke. He got paid. Anyone, the mayor's going to get paid.
Political graft is alive and well in New York City.
Well, duh. It's always been there.
He wanted his wife to take over the team.
Oh. Did he? So he made conditions. He made public conditions. You're kidding, right?
So that was his goal. And they would have got rid of all their players, and they would have had whatchamacallit. It would have been the de Blasio's kids and a bunch of inmates from Rikers Island would have been the Mets team next year.
Yeah,
if de Blasio had his way.
Probably do better than Mickey Callaway, and yeah, that's okay. It's okay. It can't get any worse.
Mr. Met would have become Mr. Yankee.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a copyright issue there, but they could do a knockoff of Mr. Yankee. Mm. So, Tank, the Dodgers won the World Series. What's your take?
Kevin Cash is an idiot.
Kevin Cash?
The GM, the manager of the Rays.
You know, for a while there, I thought what he was doing was really clever. Wasn't it clever that he was doing things that the LA wasn't even expecting? Like really weird stuff, like bringing in their closer from the night before as middle relief. And
to take Blake Snell out of that game was just totally asinine.
Well, it certainly was unexpected, wasn't it?
I don't know. The way that they do this to pitchers all the time now and yanking pitchers very quickly, nothing surprises me anymore. But, I mean, this was one game to win, and so, yeah, why would you break up a good thing? I mean, that guy he pretty much unhittable.
I know.
Gave up one hit.
It didn't make any sense to me either, but it was.
The happiest people to see him taken out of the game were the Dodgers. You know, when the other team starts rejoicing that you're making a pitching change, chances are you're probably making a big fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, they made a big fuck up.
Yeah, it's usually the Roberts makes that mistake first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For real.
Didn't work out that way this time.
No. Does this win World Series victory go have an asterisk when it goes into the record books, Tank, when we look at this 50 years from now?
It is. There's nothing that they can help about it. The year just sucked.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, 60-game season.
No, I don't think. I don't think
people
people will really remember. I mean, some nerds, people like me and people like Tank and maybe you, remember that 1981 was a strike season in baseball, right? They had to have that funky playoff scenario.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember.
81.
Yeah.
That was a big turnoff.
But you just
we've kind of forgotten.
You kind of forget about it.
I don't forget about the Montreal Expos getting screwed in '94, though.
Blue Monday. Blue Monday.
Blue Monday?
Blue Monday.
What do you mean?
Green Monkey likes Blue Monday.
No, Blue Monday. When Rick Monday hit that home run in Montreal.
Oh.
They call it Blue Monday up there.
Yes. I forgot all about that. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Rick Monday. That's a great name, Rick Monday.
Yeah, he went on to broadcast.
He was a good outfielder for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that changed the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Changed the whole game.
Was that 81? The 81.
94.
Rick Monday was 94.
Yeah, that's 81.
I don't. So
that's the whole dynamic of the series.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to refresh my memory.
Well, Tank can do that.
About that.
It was the best of 5 series back then. If you remember, it was the best of 5 series.
Mm-hmm.
And in Game 5, Rick Monday hit a home run in the top of the 9th inning that won the game with 2 outs and 2 strikes.
Yep. So that let the Dodgers beat. Was he with the Dodgers at that time?
Yeah, that was Dodgers Expos in the NLCS to go to the World Series.
Yeah, Dodgers Expos.
In 94?
81!
Well, that's what I said.
Oh, I was screwing you up. Sorry.
He said, you fucked me up because I said, are we talking about in 81? Yeah. And yeah, we are. But he made me think we were talking about 94, and I'm like, that really threw me off.
Holy dog shit!
Oh, well.
Was 94 the year that they didn't even have baseball?
No baseball.
Right, that was the year that the whole playoffs were canceled.
Yeah, what a fucked up year that was.
Yeah, that screwed the Expos.
So I was in like a black hole there when Eric said that. Of course, like Yeah, that was 81. And that was great because the Dodgers had spent the last 16 years without a championship, or 15, because they've been losing to the Yankees all the time. So they found themselves in the World Series again against the Yankees, and they lose the first 2 games, and then they win 4 in a row.
You know who was the bad luck on that team?
On which team? On 81?
On those World Series.
The bad luck for the Yankees?
Bad luck for both teams. Tommy John.
Tommy John?
The original.
Yes.
Why? Because he pitched for both clubs in the same year?
No.
Oh.
He was on the Dodgers in 77 and 78 when the Yankees beat them in the World Series.
Right, Reggie
He
Jackson.
was on the Yankees and he won when the Dodgers beat them in the World Series.
Yeah, so he never won anything.
Came close a couple times.
Yeah, and then he came close
Went
to
to World
then he came close to the Hall of Fame, right? But I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame.
Nope.
I mean, that's a real tough one. And then he has a surgery named after him to boot. He's a very important player.
Yeah, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, just for the surgery alone.
Yeah. But, I mean, he had almost 300 wins, didn't he?
280 something. Like 288, 289.
Yeah, I mean, that's a ton of wins.
Other than Roger Clemens, no pitcher has more wins and is not in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's run down the games.
Yeah, let's get the games. Let's get the games done.
Let's do a rapid fire with Tank. Indianapolis, Detroit. 3 points.
I like the Lions in the upset.
I like the Lions in the upset there too.
Yeah, I have to go with the Lions.
Yeah. Green Bay.
I think they're playing better. They seem like they have their head on straight.
Green Bay 6.5 point favorites at home against Minnesota.
Oh, that's a lot of points.
6.5. Yeah, they'll do it by. They'll cover touchdown.
Yeah, they
Green
should.
Bay.
They should cover that.
Tank.
Yeah, I think Green Bay covers that one. What's your call right now? The Vikings are pretty much, their defense is terrible. They're pretty much shot.
So is their offense.
Yeah.
Buffalo at home, 3.5 point favorites against New England Patriots. Boy, how the mighty have fallen.
I think the Patriots are just about toast.
Yep.
That's so sad.
So sad.
I think we're going to see a quarterback change today. I think we're going to see Stidham get in the game.
Oh, jeez.
You think
and that
they're going
just about the end of
so
that could be just about the end of the scam era.
the Scam Newton experiment?
It's getting ugly fast. Yeah, he'll be in Washington next year.
They're going to start him, Cam, and then I guess it's probably at halftime they'll just pull him if they got 2 field goals or something.
Yeah. I mean, he has stunk it up.
I told a bunch of people, and of course, I heard some diverging opinion about this, and I just said, okay, let's just see, because his arm still looks dead to me.
Yeah, I really thought I'm wrong here. I thought he was going to be better. I thought he had a full recovery. He looked good the first couple weeks of the season.
They had the people out there in New England saying it's the COVID fag.
Okay, we're all in a Buffalo there. Moving on. Tennessee is in Cincinnati. Tennessee, surprisingly, 5.5 point favorites. Surprising team this year. But Cincinnati coming on strong.
That looks like that's in Tennessee.
No, it's in. I got it.
See, the problem is this screen it's not organized by home and away, so I can't.
Yeah, it's not home and away. I'm reading off.
You'll
the board
have
here.
to say.
Tank, are you taking Bengals or Titans?
I think the Bengals will cover, but the Titans will win.
Wait, this is 5.5.
Backdoor cover, 5.5.
5.5 points.
I think Cincinnati's going to upset and win outright. I'm on Cincinnati. Jab Dog?
I'm going to go with Tennessee.
Okay. Cleveland. In Cleveland, playing the Vegas Golden Knights. Cleveland's a 2.5 point.
Viva Las Vegas.
Really?
Viva Las Vegas.
I like Cleveland.
Viva Las Vegas.
All right, Jab Dog and I
I
are
like
on
Cleveland
there. And then the biggest
Vegas doesn't
point
have my
spread of the day,
confidence.
19.5 points for KC. Oh, it's in KC.
It's in KC.
It is in Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
The Jets are visiting Arrowhead. Tank, are the Jets still bad this week, or
To
they
get completely scalped.
The Jets are going to get their doors blown off.
Yeah, probably. I think 19.5 is fair. So let's just say that.
And then in a game that surprised me,
they'll
Rams.
do that.
Okay, the Rams are
KC will
going
do.
across the country to play Miami. 3.5 point road favorites. I'm taking the Dolphins.
That's going to be tough with Tua's first game.
He's a winner.
I would love to see the Dolphins win, but I just don't. It's going to be a tough situation for the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Really?
I'm going to fade you, Tank.
That's a hard one.
I
I
got
don't
faith
know.
in your team. I think Tua comes. I mean, that team played really well.
I'm just gonna go with Miami for the hell of it.
Exactly. Saints.
Rams
Saints are,
don't. Rams
marching into Chicago. Oh, the Rams suck. Fuck the Rams.
Yeah.
Saints are
The
marching into
Bears
Chicago.
the Bears are a paper tiger.
I think that was an anomaly last week. I'm taking the
They
Bears.
don't have an offense. But I think it's just going to be
They have it sometimes.
close game, and New Orleans is going to win. So who's favored?
Saints by 4.5.
Oh.
4.5 road favorites.
It could very well be within 4 points. I mean, the Bears, if you believe at all in the Bears, I think you have to say they're going to cover this.
Uh-huh.
So
I believe in the
I'm gonna go with the Bears. I've been
I
talking.
don't really believe in the Bears.
Okay.
I don't either, but
Hmm.
I don't believe in New Orleans, and particularly in a cold climate in Chicago. They're going to be in Chicago.
Yeah, it's messy up there.
Yeah, maybe it's not that cold there. I don't know what
it's
it's.
chilly. I was watching the weather earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, got the Seahawks at home against San Francisco. Seahawks 3-point road or 3-point home favorite. That's giving a lot of respect to San Francisco. This seems easy for the Seattle. Dan, you think Seattle?
Seahawks going to win one.
Yeah.
Really? How is Seattle favored?
Yeah, they're a 3-point home favorite.
Oh, it's home.
Yeah, against the Niners, who are
Yeah,
topsy-turvy.
I guess Seattle.
I mean, remember Miami did beat San Francisco.
Seattle's
like
due for a bounce back.
Yeah, exactly. They don't lose games. Philly's at home against Dallas. Philly's a 9.5-point favorite too.
Dallas is just pathetic. I think.
And today, because Andy Dalton is still seeing stars, birds, and going. Nick DiNucci is starting for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Okay.
Nick DiNucci.
That settles at 9.5. Philadelphia.
Yeah, go with Philadelphia. And then did you talk about Denver or Chargers?
That's next. Yeah.
Oh.
Chargers 3-point favorites on the road in Mile High Stadium, which
Yeah.
Let me quickly check the temperature in Denver.
It's kind of a tough one, this game.
I actually like the Broncos in an upset.
Really?
I mean, who's their quarterback? Is it still Drew Lock?
It's 57 degrees in Denver, so
Drew Lock.
it's sunny and 57, so there's no weather issues.
Drew Lock makes a lot of mistakes. That's the problem.
Divisional game. I like the Chargers here, even though I think Denver is a good bet too. But
Yeah.
on the Chargers.
I like the Chargers somehow to win this game. But did they have a good kicking game?
Yeah, it's adequate.
See, Denver.
The Chargers kicking is pretty bad.
Well, it's better.
They're going to have a good
They've
kicking
lost
game.
games this year on their kicking game.
It's better than Pittsburgh.
Denver wins things because of their kicker, and I just have a feeling they're going to eke out a victory. But if they win by 3 points, what is it? The spread is the Chargers are favored by 3.5.
Chargers are 3-point road favorites.
Well, that's
3, even 3. That might
That-
tie the
that's
spread.
very
that
fair.
Game's probably going to get taken off the board.
I like the
Tie it.
Chargers. They're just a better team, but the kicking game doesn't. So, Frank, you're going with Denver. All right, that's an intriguing game.
And then
I'll go with the Chargers.
In the game of the day, Pittsburgh in Baltimore. Baltimore, 4-point home favorite.
Yeah, I think that's too much. I think Pittsburgh's going to keep this close,
That game's always decided by a field goal.
or one or less. So, I'm going to take Pittsburgh to win anyway, barely.
Taking Baltimore to make a statement game here that they're they're better to tie.
I think the Ravens win, but it's a field goal.
Oh.
Yeah, that backdoor cover. And then on Monday Night Football, Tampa Bay, the TB12 at the New York Giants.
This is a gift from God.
10.5-point favorites, man. Take Tampa Brady on Monday Night Football.
Over the junkie G-Man.
Giants are not only the Giants are banged up. They've had the one player on the offensive line has COVID. It's the Giants are a mess going into that game.
I'm going with the Bucks.
Yeah,
all the way, baby.
Yeah, TB12.
I mean, the best the Giants can hope for is a backdoor cover, and I just don't think that's coming.
Backdoor cover.
Well played, Tank.
He and she are back. Okay. All right, Tank. Well, that's the picks. I guess that means we're at 10 o'clock, so point. We'll say goodbye unless you're going to be hanging on, and hope you have a great week.
I'll see you guys the next time.
Thank you very much, Tank.
Great having you on.
The full time at Barstool
Frank
coming
Fleming.
up this week. We can't wait to talk to you next week.
Yeah.
And after the election, stay safe, buddy.
All right, Frank.
Yep.
All right.
We're going to go to a break right now, and we'll be right back in about 10 minutes. Maybe less.
Great clips here. Just, you don't want to miss these clips. Sports Talk Radio Show.
You need to play something reasonably long because I have to go to the bathroom.
We're told that greatness is exceptional, when it should be expected. You choose every day to live your life intentionally, without apology for how bright your light may shine. So go be great. Go be brilliant. Go be you. Go defy life. The Defy Life movement is one that speaks to each of us in its own way. Defy Life gear speaks to us all by reminding us that one size does not fit all. Visit defylifegear.com to get fitted for greatness. Yeah.
The law office of Brandon S. Chabner, serving clients in Southern California with transactional legal services since 2007. We handle general, corporate, outside counsel type work, drafting and negotiating a wide variety of business and commercial contracts, including non-disclosure agreements, independent contractor agreements, and employment agreements. Our experience includes working with public and private companies and involves a broad range of industries, including healthcare, consumer products, real estate, and high technology. Mr. Chabner has over 20 years of legal experience, having worked for some larger national firms and serving as general counsel for a multi-million-dollar private company here in Southern California before starting his own legal practice. His educational credentials include a law degree from UCLA, where he was on law review, undergraduate degree at Yale, where he graduated magna cum laude, and an MBA from Harvard Business School. Other areas of focus for Chabner Law include press release and business plan editing, pre-litigation matters, and debt and mortgage resolution work. You can contact us at 310-698-0740 and at bchabner@chabnerlaw.com.
Like Chabdog said, he was 100% right.
He can take all comers.
Is Ice Cube. If you know anything about him, and you probably do, you know he started his career rapping in defiance about police presence and the realities of inner city life. And he got political with his songs as well recently during the Trump administration, most recently in 2018. Here's a taste.
Arrest the president. You got the evidence. That is Russian intelligence.
Now we see a shift. Now he wants to work with President Trump. Here's what the president had to say most recently about Black Lives Matter.
The first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, I said, that's such a terrible term because it's such a racist term. It's a term that sows division between blacks and whites and everybody else, and it's a very bad term for blacks. But they were very angry. It's a Marxist organization.
With all that going on, and how the president continues to speak about there being no systemic inequality, it's no shock that Ice Cube got some heat for deciding to work with the Trump administration. He wants to deal with it. I want to understand it. So should you. So here is Ice Cube on Prime Time. Thank you for taking the opportunity, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Chris, your lead-ins are a little misleading.
How so?
Well, the Platinum Plan is not my plan. I came up with the contract with Black America, and I didn't run to go work with any campaign. Both campaigns contacted me. Both campaigns wanted to talk to me about the contract with Black America. One campaign said, we love what you have, but let's really dig into it after the election. And one campaign said, we love what you have. Do you mind talking to us about it? And that's what I did. So I didn't run to nobody. And so that was real misleading to me.
Well, I didn't say you ran to anybody. I said that you had taken a pivot.
Well, you said I ran over to the Trump team instead of the Biden team. That's just not true.
Well, but you are working with the Trump team instead of the Biden team, and people are giving you heat for it. What do you say to them?
Well, I'm willing to work with both teams, but I'm just working with whoever is willing to work with me. So the Trump campaign came to me and asked me to explain to them some of the contract with Black America. That's what I did. I'm not playing no more of these games, these political games. We're not part of a team. We have very broad problems, especially the wealth gap in this country when it comes to Black Americans. So I'm going to whoever's in power, and I'm going to speak to them about our problems specifically. I'm not going there talking about minorities. I'm not going there talking about people of color or diversity or none of that stuff. I'm going there for Black Americans, the ones who are the descendants of slaves. And that's what I'm going to talk to anybody who's in power with that. So if anybody got a problem with that, it seems like a personal problem.
Well, here's the problem, and it is very personal, as you know, for a lot of people of color, because they'll say, well, why would you pick Trump when he says there's no such thing as systemic inequality?
That's right.
I'm not picking nobody. He's the president.
But why do you think he'd want to do something for the community when he says there's no such thing as systemic inequality?
I don't know what he want to do. I just know what the man said. I know what he said to the country. I've never met Donald Trump. So I don't know what he's going to do. I just know what he said he was going to do. So both of them have a plan. Both of them say they're going to do something. And who knows what's really going to happen after November 3rd. Nobody knows from each side. We're all hoping that candidates keep their campaign promises. So that's just it.
So let's look at it this way. I think that you're right to be skeptical. Let's start with the Democrats, because even though there is a traditional connection between
Cello, you got Saddam?
Saddam, it's me, Bill Clinton.
Bill, come on. I'm eating breakfast. I made the deal. I'm letting the inspectors back in. Now lay off.
Well, that's what I'm calling you about. You see, I was thinking maybe you could not let the inspectors in. What do you think? Come on.
Have you been drinking, Bill?
No. Well, yes. Look, buddy, I need you to help me out here. This Monica Lewinsky thing is getting pretty hot again. I could use a distraction.
Like the Mammoth movie, Wag the Dog.
Mammoth?
With that lesbian girl and De Niro and Dustin. I thought Dustin was fabulous. You know, he may be hell on the set, but he's heaven on the screen. Oh.
Look, sad, buddy. You're getting off the subject. Couldn't you spray a few Kurds with anthrax?
Come on, Bill. Bill, come on. Anthrax is horrible. It makes me sick.
I need something. I got to get this sex stuff out of the headlines. Oh, just hold on a second. I got another call coming in. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, Monica. I was just going to call you.
Gosh, it's like we have the same brain. I really miss you. So what are you doing?
He's going to make extra points.
Well, I got Saddam on the other line. Looks like there ain't going to be a war.
You can't seriously
that
be worried
bites.
about him.
Totally. Anyway, how's that star thing going?
What?
I don't know. And anyway, it's totally
No, that's
dumb.
all right.
Oh, my God. Wait, are you watching Dawson's Creek right now?
No, I am typing it. And do not tell me what happens to Pacey.
All right. Hey, let me say hi to Saddam.
Okay, hold on a second. Saddam, are you still there?
Who was that? One of your Jewish friends?
No. Well, yes. So.
Hey, Saddam.
Monica, you never call me anymore. Monica, oh, thanks for the beret. I love it. I love
it. You're so cute. Bill is being such a big baby. He won't wear his.
Did you hear? Bill wants me to start a war or something.
Duh, I know. It's like it would really, really help us out.
Monica, please, come to Baghdad. No one cares who I sleep with here. Saddam! Oh, but Bill, you already said you had no sexual relationship with Monica. Wait, hold on 1 second. I've got a call coming in. Hello?
Hey, Saddam, what's going on, man?
Tim Meadows!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just talking to Bill and Monica.
Oh, great, put me on.
1 second. Hey, guys! I got Tim Meadows on the line from Saturday Night Live.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey, Timmy, how's it going?
Not too bad. What's up with you guys?
Saddam agreed to a treaty.
Oh, no chance of a war, huh?
No, I doubt it.
Hey, how about Saddam just let the inspectors uncover some anthrax somewhere, like in a palace or something?
If I had any, sure. Oh, say, Timmy, did you talk to Mr. Lorne Michaels of your Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
Well, is he going to let me host?
Look, Saddam, baby, I asked him. He said no.
Well, did you tell him about my Jimmy Stewart impression?
Timmy, it is dead on.
Believe me, I know, but NBC is so afraid to take chances.
Well, Timmy, you tell Mr. Lorne Michaels at NBC that Jimmy Stewart wants to host the show.
God, that is so funny. Hey, Saddam, I'll tell you what. You provoke a war, I'll get you the spot on SNL.
You can do this?
Bill can do anything.
I would be the happiest man alive. I could say it.
Oh, come on. I've said it. It's no big deal.
Say it. I bet you'd be great at it, Saddam. Please say it.
Yeah,
do it, Sad.
Say it.
Come on.
Okay. Lifetime from the New York. It's Saturday Fun Hour.
Following is an NBC election special.
Live from Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri, the third presidential debate. Here is moderator Jim Lehrer.
Good evening. I'm Jim Lehrer. Welcome to the third and final presidential debate of the 2000 campaign between Vice President Al Gore and Texas Governor George W. Bush. Tonight's debate will follow a town hall format. The candidates will answer questions put to them by nearly 24 voters from the St. Louis area, voters who remain undecided. The first question comes from Leslie Doss, and it's for Governor Bush. Ms. Doss?
Governor Bush, I've been following the campaign very closely, but I need to know more about where the candidates stand on the issues I really care about. Protecting a woman's right to choose, dealing with global warming, and fighting the big oil companies and HMOs. Do you and the Vice President have any differences on these issues that would help me decide which of you to support? Right now, I have no idea.
Well, Leslie, that's a very good question. And actually, there are differences between myself and the Vice President on those issues.
I did not realize that.
Yes, and on these issues, you seem to be more in tune with him than with me. I'm kind of surprised you're still undecided.
Mr. Vice President, response?
Jim, I agree with the governor on this. On each of these issues, Leslie strongly agrees with me and disagrees with my opponent.
That's right. That's right.
you're not telling me anything that helps me decide.
I think you should vote for Mr. Gore and not for me.
I'm on agree.
I still can't decide.
The next question is from Dan McGrath, and it's for Vice President Gore. Mr. McGrath.
Mr. Vice President, I've been following this campaign. I've seen the first two debates, but I still haven't made up my mind. To be frank, if you or Governor Bush want my vote, I have some questions that have to be answered.
Go ahead, Dan. I'm going to do my best.
Have either you or Governor Bush ever held elective office? Have you reached the age of 35 years as required by the Constitution? And are you an American citizen? I'll step back and listen to your response.
Well, Dan, those are all excellent questions. And while I can't speak for Governor Bush, let me say I've served both in Congress and the Senate, and as Vice President for the last 8 years. I'm 53, and I was born in this country, United States.
Thank you. Thank you. That helps me.
Governor Bush.
Well, Dan, I admire your skepticism. And to be quite honest, I think you're the perfect profile of a Bush supporter.
Undecided voter, Dan McGrath. Oh, our next question is for the Vice President, and it comes from Mr. George H.W.B. George?
Well, Mr. Vice President there. That's right. Gotta say it. Now, as an undecided voter, I watched those first two debates trying to make up my mind there. My question is, why'd you look so agitated up there? Kind of spooky.
President Bush, I'm afraid this is a violation of the rules. Questions in tonight's debate may only come from...
Oh, Mr. Allen, that's a very complicated issue, and I'd like to break that question down into two parts, if I might. The first part, of course, is the eternal question, why, that has plagued philosophers from Socrates to Thomas Aquinas to Bob Dylan. Now, I could not begin to answer that question in the allotted time here. Of course, the second part of the question is, do I oppose the B-1 bomber? Yes.
Ms. Montgomery, a question for Governor Ford. Oh, I'm sorry, President Ford.
Yes, Mr. President, this week you admitted making a mistake in the last debate when you asserted that Eastern Europeans are autonomous and independent, and that they don't consider themselves dominated by the Soviet Union. Certainly anyone can crack under the pressure of these debates and say something incredibly dumb. But to set the record straight, could you describe what you saw on your last visit to Poland?
Well, Miss Montgomery, last year I visited the capital of Poland, and let me just say from the outset that Milwaukee is a beautiful city that time of year. And I sense their very independent and autonomous spirit, much like the voters of our own northwestern and northeastern urban centers. But because of Soviet domination, the Poles don't seem to have the equipment that we take for granted here in the great United States. Excuse me. I'll never forget, I was in my hotel room there in Milwaukee. My light bulb failed me. Well, I got up on the desk, and of course I had to call in a few Secret Service men to come in and spin that desk around while I put the bulb in. Excuse me.
Marilyn Krause, a question for Governor Carter.
Yes. Excuse me. Mr. Carter, you've been criticized by President Ford for making unfairly bitter personal attacks on him. Now, how do you answer this charge, sir?
Bitter? Mr. Krause, in the 1930s in Europe, a man criticized his political opponents for their bitter personal attacks on him. And that man was Adolf Hitler. Now, Adolf Hitler was responsible for the deaths of over 50 million people during World War II. Now, I don't believe that Mr. Ford would purposely kill 50 million people. But his lack of leadership may lead to a total, fiery, demonic holocaust.
President Ford, rebuttal.
Well, once again, Mr. Carter is playing fast and loose with his figures. During World War II, of course, only 40 million people were killed.
A question for the president.
Yes. How
had
about
a couple
Chile,
of
where in
interceptions
1973 the State Department, under the direction of Dr. Kissinger, helped overthrow the democratic Allende government and replaced it with a brutal military dictatorship, which you now support and which tortures thousands of political prisoners?
Well, now, Mr. Rowland, the Chilis are an independent and autonomous people, and they don't consider being beaten with rubber truncheons to be a torture. Just the other day, I talked on the phone to the dictator of Chile, and he assured me that Chilis certainly do not believe that having electrodes placed between your genitals means you are under domination. Care for some water, Governor?
I'd like some water, thank you.
Certainly. Happy.
Excuse me, Mr. President. Mr. President, I would like to ask Governor Carter a question, if I may. Governor Carter, you have said that the Playboy interview may have been a mistake. Do you think you were being too honest with the American people, and do you still lust after women?
Well, I don't think there's such a thing as being too honest, Ms. Montgomery, and just to prove it, I'm going to answer honestly how I feel right now. I want to say that you're a very attractive woman, and your hair looks kind of silky and kind of soft, and at this moment in my heart, I'm wearing a leather mask and breathing in your ear.
President Ford, rebuttal.
Well, of course, as you know, I have lusted after only two women in my life. They are, of course, my lovely wife, Betty, and my lovely mother, Mom.
Alan Krause, a question for the president.
Yes. Mr. President, just last week you were absolved of any guilt connected with your congressional campaign funds. However, you do admit receiving paid vacations from United States Steel lobbyists. What is your relationship with these lobbyists of the captains of industry, sir?
Yes, well, on that point, Mr. Krause, Mr. Krause, the people at U.S. Steel are clearly an independent and autonomous people, and I don't think they consider themselves political payoff people.
Gentlemen, I'm very sorry, but we've reached the end of our question and answer period. We just have enough time for your concluding statements, if you please.
The purpose of these debates has been to
America's
help the
future
American
is
people
brighter than
decide
ever
how to
before.
pursue its future.
In the last 2 years, I have provided leadership not only for the United States, but to the free world. The economy is on the upswing. In fact,
This has led to degeneration in all kinds of things in America,
to
our
our foreign
economy,
policy.
our foreign policy,
Of course, if I'm reelected, these trends will
morals
continue.
of this country. If I'm elected, I'm going to revitalize it.
By the year 1981, the budget will be balanced. With only upsurge in the private sector.
Candidates have flown on Capricorn Airlines and by the United States government. The United States government, distributors of fine weapons for over 30 years.
All right, we're back. Let's see. We've got so do we not have football on today, or is it just that? So we may or may not have it. It's a technical issue involving some things that I don't understand completely. But we can still definitely go through what's happening in the games right now. Let me pull up my information on ESPN. Let's see. I'm waiting for it to pull up here. My ESPN's not working. Do we have an internet failure or something? I don't know. Or maybe I'm on Wi-Fi, I guess. I don't know. It's too much technology for me to deal with. based on the okay, let me find a clip.
Hi folks, Mark Kelly here. I'm asking you to chip in because Election Day is right around the corner.
And finally, Mr. President, about the Iran-Nicaraguan connection, some may wonder which was worse, your knowing or your not knowing.
Well, all I can say is I didn't know. And well, we're trying to find out what happened because none of us know.
Well, thank you, Mr. President.
Well, I hope I've answered your questions as best I could, given the very little that I know. Goodbye, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Okay, get back in here. All right, let's get down to business. I'm only going to go through this once, so it's essential that you pay attention. 1, Casey.
Yes, sir.
You'll spearhead our new operation to fund the Contras. The C-5As with the tow missiles and grenade launchers will leave for South Africa at 0800 hours. I want you to supervise the loading. 2, Regan.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to resign. But first you'll make a public statement supporting me, which I wrote myself. It's over there on the word processor. Just key in and press file. The code name is... Oh, all right, I'll do it for you. Now, any questions? Casper.
Hey, Mr. President, you're going so fast. There's still a lot about the Iran-Nicaragua operation I just don't understand.
And you don't need to understand. I'm the president. Only I need to understand. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Carlucci, you're new. Here's how we do things. The red countries are the countries we sell arms to. The green countries are the countries where we wash our money. The blue countries are the...
Excuse me, Mr. President, sir?
Yes?
It's your 11:30 photo opportunity, the little girl who sold the most Girl Scout cookies.
Damn! Okay, let's get it over with. Everybody out. Come on, move. This is the part of the job I hate. Well, hello, little girl. What's your name?
Lisa Myers.
Well, Lisa, if you're that good a sales lady, maybe I could use you up on Capitol Hill. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Come on, Lisa. Come on.
Bye-bye. Back to work! Come on! Right. Now, Afghanistan needs more money. We've got $65.2 million tucked away in Zurich. Now, if we hold it there for another 30 days at 7.28% interest, that's roughly $400,000.
397,200.
And 85. I know. Don't waste my time. But if we take out only 20 million, we'll lose roughly, let's see, that's
121,800.
And 16. Thank you so much. Yes.
Mr. President, it's Mr. Karan Hassan Fassan.
Put him on the speaker. كريز نسوش أبي على خمارة جازة. بكرة كراكشة. ما كلنا هو ما كتشاني هي.
Yeah, I'm not going to have a mental breakdown. So
Well, gentlemen,
you don't
I
have
just
to worry
concluded a
about
very
me.
lucrative deal with the Iraqis.
Mr.
I
President,
know Eric
it
was
just
worried
occurred
about
to
me.
me.
What if something should happen to you? You're the only one who knows what's going on.
And that's the way it's going to stay.
All right.
To quote Montesquieu, power without knowledge is power lost.
Mr. President.
Yes.
It's Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, damn now.
He says he's had an appointment with you for 2 months now.
All right, all right.
Jimmy
Let's
Stewart.
get on with it. Everybody out.
I didn't remember that.
Hello, Jimmy.
Yeah, well, hi, Dutch. How are you? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. President. You know, I have the hardest time getting used to that.
Well, we sure had great times back in Hollywood.
You can say that again, Dutch. We certainly did, yeah.
Well, it was good seeing you, Jimmy.
Well, what are you talking about? I just got here, for crying out loud.
Well, I know, but I have, a meeting.
Well, that's just great. That's just great. I'll just stick around. That's it. I'll just stick around, and it'll be what educational for me. Yeah.
It's a good one. Good Jimmy
Sorry,
Stewart.
you can't stay.
Oh, come on, Dutch.
Big friend of Ron. Yeah, Dutch.
Jimmy, don't make me have to kill you.
Kill me? What do you kill me? What sense? When is it a crime to visit your friend? I mean, what are you going to do? Have your Secret Service boys come in here and just blow me away?
no.
You've changed. You've changed, Dutch. You've really changed.
Oh, Jimmy, please try to
Crying
understand.
out loud. You've turned into a real jerk. You know that? You son of a-
Please, Jimmy, please. Okay, good. All right. Now listen, I want to discuss the cover-up. Here's my plan. The NSC Review Board will buy Tower, bribe him, just flat out buy him. Now, we'll dose Muskie with mood-altering drugs. By the time Muskie knows what day it is, the 88 elections will be over.
Good old Edwin Muskie. Don't have him to kick around anymore.
So, if we channel the 72 million through
What state was he?
Motion,
Alaska?
we'll
Where was he
have
from?
enough
Minnesota?
left over
Wisconsin.
for
It was
Syria
one of those cold
and
states.
South Yemen. Now, the next point on the agenda is
All his aides are sleeping.
Donald. Hello.
Hey, Reagan's younger than both of the candidates.
Well,
running
just
for
me
president
again.
right
Great. Well, I've been doing it this way for 6 years. Why should it change now? 3 a.m. Banks will be opening in Zurich right about now. Guten Tag, Herr Sportsvater. Wie geht's, my Fragenlogers? Ist es lieber auf der Bundeswehr?
Imagine that.
All right,
That was what he used to really be like.
Yeah. Well, in his dreams.
The other one that you really should play is the Brett Kavanaugh one.
Oh, yeah. We got to hear that one more. This is
Yeah.
so funny.
That was just so funny. It was just beyond words.
It's a miracle. No. Oh, here it is. That's not Kavanaugh. Yeah. So even though we got another Supreme Court justice in now, here's Brett Kavanaugh.
What? I'm going to start at an 11. I'm going to take it to about a 15 real quick.
Fueled with apparent pent-up anger about President Trump and the
This is a
2016
comparison.
election.
Washington Post.
Fear that has been unfairly stoked about my judicial record.
Water.
Revenge on behalf of the Clintons.
A political con job orchestrated by the Clintons and George Soros and Kathy Griffin and Mr. Ronan Sinatra. Now, I am usually an optimist. I'm a keg is half full kind of guy.
I am an optimistic guy. I always try to be on the sunrise side of the mountain.
I've got these calendars.
In ninth grade in 1980, I started keeping calendars of my own.
I was in
I
ninth
just
grade
want
in
to point out that
1982.
Democrats in this committee have acted like cowards. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to hide behind the female prosecutor who we hired as a human shield.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Pretty
before we
big.
begin,
Okay, your time is up.
Okay, wow, already regretting this.
Look. I like beer, okay? I like beer. Boys like beer. Girls like beer. I like beer.
We drank beer, my friends and I, the boys and girls. Yes, we drank beer.
Boys and girls.
I liked beer. Still like beer.
He said
Did you
that
ever
about 10
drink so
times.
much that you blacked out?
I don't know, did you? Huh?
Looks like Klobuchar.
Huh?
Yeah.
Did you ever black out?
Blackout. I don't know. Have you?
I have no drinking problem, Judge.
Yeah, nor do I.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I think I blacked out for a second.
Shake my finger and get rid of the tomato for 15 minutes.
This is the most unethical sham.
This is my audition for Mr. Trump's cabinet, and also for a regional production of The Crucible. And let me tell you, Queen, I was good.
But if you think I'm angry now, you just wait till I get on that Supreme Court, because then you're all going to pay. Give me a can of water.
Live
from New York, it's Saturday night!
That was funny. I hope we have such funny things can come out of this election and we can all chill out.
Yes. That was a lead into the. Didn't you have another? Maybe there was another one you had that was really good.
Clip? Well, this is the Hall of Presidents.
Is it
here,
the Hall of Presidents?
I think this is great. Yeah.
I've just been told that George W. Bush is going to make a statement from the governor's mansion in Texas. NBC takes you live to Austin for this important address.
Not right now. I'm sorry. I'm just. Yeah.
Me? Oh.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the offer. I really do.
Comfort food.
My fellow Americans,
I will have it at some other time.
That's fine.
I have called upon the networks tonight to make
Are the
two
Mexicans
pressing
working?
issues clear to the American public.
Mexico is not a friend of yours.
Number one, the possible default of New York City. And number one, my stand on the Ronald Reagan announcement. Hello. Hello. Hello, Nesson. I can't hear you. What are you, in the pool?
They just go to ridiculous
I guess
lengths
the
to
other
make
phone's ringing.
Republican
I don't know.
presidents
All
look
right.
like idiots, don't they?
Peter, what did the acid look like?
Here's Carter.
But Carter's not an idiot.
pills. Were they barrel-shaped?
Yes.
Okay, right. You did some orange sunshine, Peter.
He's like knows everything. This guy, Carter.
Very good of you to know that.
Hey, you never had a mustache.
How long ago
That's
did you
true,
take
a
it, Peter?
mustache.
I
don't know.
I can't read my watch.
All right, Peter, now just listen. Everything's going to be fine. You're very high right now. You'll probably be that way for about 5 more hours. Try taking some vitamin B complex, vitamin C complex. If you have a beer, go ahead and drink it.
Okay.
Just remember, you're a living organism on this planet,
It's
and you're
great
very
playing those
safe. You're just
characters
taking a
that have
heavy
to
drug.
repeat a lot of things
Relax,
in rapid succession.
stay inside
right?
and listen to some music, okay?
moves
Do
his eyes.
you have any Allman Brothers?
Well, hello, little girl. What's your name?
Lisa Myers.
Well, Lisa, if you're that good a sales lady, maybe I could use you up on Capitol Hill. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Come on, Lisa. Come on.
Bye-bye.
Come on.
Brian Keller.
Tomorrow is Earth Day. Environment, a difficult problem.
Should we
Gotta
cut
be
off
prudent.
our Hall of Presidents?
Yes, let's put this on hold and welcome.
Brian Keller, Facebook's Sports Rock page. How are you?
I'm okay, Joe.
I know.
How you guys doing?
It's Brian. It's good to hear from you. I didn't want to push you to have to call today. I know you're, involved with a intensely sad situation involving your family, and I'm sorry. I was very sorry to hear that, and my sympathies go out to you.
Yeah, both of ours go out to you, Brian. Thank you so much for calling in today. We really appreciate that. It's great to hear from you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, it's hard, but
Yeah.
I thought I would just try to get some normalcy here.
Yeah.
Maybe I could give you a little chat.
Well, it's always extraordinary to hear from you. And
Well, we got to talk some Dodgers.
We
I
are.
ate a lot of crow in the first
Congratulations,
hour about Clayton Kershaw there.
Brian successfully forecasted the Rays and the Dodgers in the World Series, and you probably said the Dodgers in 6. Actually, I did too.
6 games. Yeah, you did too. Yeah. But even 6 games.
So what can you say? But they got that monkey off their back.
Yeah, no, they don't have to listen to them people whine anymore.
Yeah.
For another 30 years.
People like me.
They thought he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's nice to see. And what do you feel like talking about football?
Yeah. It's
I mean, really,
bunch of games going today, obviously.
I don't even know what the score is in the Steelers game. Was it still 7-7? Do we have?
Well, it's a commercial. We can do a quick.
I was trying to pull
look over.
Yeah.
It was 7-7 last night. So. There it is, right there.
Rams 7-0 over Miami.
Yeah.
Steelers are on commercial.
There's some other good games. Tennessee and Cincinnati.
14-3, Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Some of the games I put up. Yeah, some of the games I put up on the sports was the Vikings, Packers, and the Steelers, Ravens, of course. I think they're both 7-7 right now.
Yeah, we got to confirm now. 7-7 on NFL.com. Ravens have the ball when play resumes.
Yeah. Well,
I saw the kid for Dolphins' first attempt, fumble, I guess.
Any good?
The Rams Dolphins game.
Yeah.
They got a new quarterback in Miami.
Yeah, here comes an incompletion. We're watching a replay here. Oh, right, the goal line too. Oh no, yeah, it's a catch. Yeah, first down.
Miami.
Okay. Tagliatoa.
Maybe this guy will really do it.
Wow. First and goal, Miami. They're lining up here to tie the game.
Look at the Bills. They're coming into life against the Patriots.
Still nothing. Yeah,
no, 7-0.
Okay. Something I didn't anticipate is whether it makes any difference or not. Minnesota, Green Bay. I mean, everybody picked Green Bay down the board, of course. But Dalvin Cook's back.
Oh, from Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Yeah, he's one of their best players on offense. So we could.
And he scored a touchdown. I could swing that game,
Yeah, I could see getting screwed up there on that one. The Vikings they're pretty dead, but I guess you never know. Green Bay has its problems occasionally too, and I'm like, where did that game come from? They played one of those stinker games a few weeks back. So
the Vikings always had a great defense, but not this year.
Well, the Jets are trying a long field goal here. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, they made it.
Got it. So it's now 14-6.
14-6.
Okay.
Take that spread.
Yeah. Yeah, it was big. That 19.5 points.
We
today,
picked
but
the Chiefs.
It's only the first quarter, guys. I mean, we got lots.
That
of time.
was a pretty good one. That field goal.
Beginning of the second quarter.
Looked like it was long.
Yeah, it was long enough.
Yeah. So, and yeah, we're like everybody else, kind of trying to figure out what's going to happen on Tuesday and.
Yeah, better enjoy football. This might be the last football Sunday we have for the rest of our lives.
That's craziness. I was watching.
The tension level is in the air, isn't it?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Putting up, boarding up buildings in Washington D.C.
I mean, that's. I hate seeing that. It's like
anticipating looting. Already expecting it.
It's like making an excuse for it or something. Oh, it's
I know.
It's kind of it's accepted that we're not going to have police protection, and people are going to destroy our property.
And those that can afford it are going to hire armed guards.
I don't like the way that sounds.
I don't either. I like police doing that job.
Particularly when we're talking about our rights as citizens of this freaking country to vote, our conscience, which is all we should have to worry about, is did we actually vote, not what's going to happen if we vote a certain way.
Yeah.
That's
right.
not good.
All right, the Rams at the end of the first quarter are now tied. 7-7.
The Dolphins are putting up a fight.
Yep.
I don't even know.
Taga Zaga just got his first touchdown.
Maybe this guy will be good.
Nice play. All right, well, Tank's got to be happy.
Yeah.
What's this? I was looking.
So you heard what we were listening to when you called in? I think we were listening to the Brett Kavanaugh SNL skit.
When he was
getting yeah.
That was so funny.
The side-by-side comparison of him and it was Ben Affleck. Oh no,
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, the other one.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Matt Damon, and there was a resemblance. Definitely a resemblance. Yeah. Well, are we going to go back to KC?
Pure energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's the only channel showing any football. The other one's drawing commercial.
We're in a pregnant pause on this active Sunday with all these great games. God knows what else news is going to come into play today.
Yeah, martial law will be declared on Wednesday. Yeah, we have Election Tuesday, martial law on Wednesday. So
just a normal week in
something
the
to look forward to,
in the history of the United States.
Yeah, exactly. So you might as well have some. You roll the dice. You put enough monkeys in a room with enough typewriters, and eventually this scenario gets typed out. They come up with this screenplay here. We already discussed that game there. We got Marilyn Monroe. We got Revolt. We already talked about that.
Yeah, we played some Star Trek.
Well, it was fun. One only time we played some Star Trek.
Oh, you can play the McLaughlin group for him.
Yeah, let's hit the McLaughlin group. This is this will take you back.
From the nation's capital, the McLaughlin Group, an unrehearsed, hastily assembled program presenting inside opinions and forecasts on major issues of the day. With Jack Germond of the Baltimore Sun, syndicated columnists Pat Buchanan and Eleanor Clift, and Morton Kondracki of the New Republic. Now here's the moderator, John McLaughlin.
Issue number one, the commander-in-chief in Mexico. Bush wants a free trade agreement. What does President Salinas want? Pat Buchanan.
John Salinas is playing up his recent economic success and steering his country toward...
I don't think it's so much what Salinas wants. It's what the Mexicans...
John, this is just another case of President Bush trying to push a policy.
I'm not sure Bush has a policy, which is part of the problem.
Pat, I believe Eleanor has the floor.
Thanks, John. The hard truth is that Bush needs Salinas more than Salinas.
Morton Kondracki.
I think this agreement talk is basically a pipe
Wrong!
dream.
There will be a free trade agreement. It will take place within 1 year. Issue number two, Maggie out, Major in.
Wrong.
The new British Prime Minister. Some believe he's a Thatcher clone. Will he carry out her policies? Come on.
Well, Thatcherites are privately rejoicing.
Wrong! More tone.
See, Thatcher endorsed...
Wrong! On a scale of 1 to 14, 1 being lowest degree of likelihood, 14 being absolute metaphysical certitude, what are the chances of major continuing Thatcher's alliance with Bush vis-a-vis the Iraqis? Eleanor Clift.
I'd say about a 12.
Pat Buchanan.
Hold it, 14 is most likely?
Yes.
I'd have to say about a 9.
Come on.
Lower, like 5.
More tone.
8.
Wrong! The actual degree of likelihood is 6.5. Issue number 3, life after death. Some pundits say it doesn't exist. Theologians disagree. Is there an afterlife? Jack Jamon.
I really don't know.
Morton!
Well, it's not my field.
Buchanan!
I'd like to believe, but it's
Wrong!
hard to...
There is life after death. The soul does not ascend to heaven, but rather rests in a limbo state that varies depending on the karma of the spirit. Issue number 4, intelligent beings on other planets, yes or no? Pat Buchanan.
I would think so, but...
Eleanor Cliff.
Don't know.
Jack Jamon.
Me either.
Morton Town.
Well, no one really knows.
Wrong!
Great job by doing
There is intelligent life in the 11th galaxy on the planet Neptar, which will conquer Earth in the year 5482, utilizing us for slave labor and the Shalunian salt mines. Issue number 5. What number am I thinking of? Pat Buchanan.
Geez, 82.
Wrong, Eleanor Clift.
Is it between 1 and 100?
Don't skirt the issue.
40.
Wrong, Morton Tyne.
212.
Wrong, Jacarino.
2.
Wrong. The correct answer is 134. 134. Issue number 6. What did you have for breakfast today, Eleanor?
Some cantaloupe.
Morton Town, USA.
I had poached eggs and toast.
Jack Jamondo.
Bacon and eggs.
Patty Patty Buke Buke.
I'm thinking waffles, maybe
Wrong.
a little...
You all had Special K with banana. Issue number 7. What is issue 14 going to be? Some say it will deal with an economic matter. Others believe it will involve Germany. More teeny tiny tabletop.
Oh, acid rain?
Wrong! Eleanor, gee, I think you're Swellenor.
I have no
Wrong! You know quite well, you're just shy. Mondo, Jackalope, G-Man, Mania,
Well, it might be.
I'm not finished with your name, Germanical. Jacko Lantern, J.G. Jummy Mayhem.
You're insane, John.
Wrong! I'm perfectly sane. Everyone else, however, is insane and trying to steal my magic bag. St. Patrick of Buchananomics.
I think I'm going to leave, John.
Wrong! You can't leave. All the doors are locked from the outside. Next issue. What motivates me? Why do I conduct my show in this manner? Mondo!
You're a jerk.
Eleanor!
Really large ego?
Wrong!
From Washington, the McLaughlin, the American original. For over 2 decades, the sharpest minds, best sources, hardest talk.
Well, on a doomsday scale of 0 to 10, 0 meaning zero doom. 10 meaning absolute metaphysical doom, a total wipeout, annihilation, nothing remaining. How much doom does Hillary face in the November election?
Liberal is a pejorative term.
Even Democrats don't use it. They use progressive.
All you want. They
tried to kill Obama that way, and Obama has never run as a liberal. Obama's never run as a liberal. Is not about to run as a liberal. He runs as a come-together candidate who works with Republicans.
Death comes in the night on cat's paws.
Some of these people
On little cat's feet, that's the
alive,
fog,
probably.
John, that comes in on little cat's feet.
I changed it to cat. Will the real Obama please stand up? Is that what you're saying? You got 100 senators, right? He's number 1 in liberalism.
2000 election.
Take it or leave it. Maybe
All those old Jewish people voted for him instead of
John, you
Gore.
can tell by the attitude.
Remember that in Florida? It was kind of a joke because I mean, God knows how many people there were like that. Bush won by 511 votes or 512.
Introduce Democrats.
Anyway, there's a McLaughlin funny and not funny. I know I'd forgotten all about that. Now I remember. There was a Jewish vote drawn away, and it turned out that made a difference.
Elderly Jews when in Florida, there are a few of those. And
Boca.
My grandmother lived there. Yeah, so
Jerry Seinfeld.
That was funny. Okay, so
we're down to sports. We're down to predictions. We're down to whatever we want to talk about in the last few moments here. I'm willing to. I'll make a prediction. I'm going to step up a little bit and say that regardless of who wins the presidency, everything's going to be okay. They're both going to.
That's good to know.
Fine directions, and America has fine intentions.
That's all anybody can ask for is everything's going to be okay, right?
Yeah, the Constitution of this country.
Yeah, that's.
I wish there wasn't any reason to board up businesses and
everybody just chill out.
Well, and you know what? Maybe just because they boarded up doesn't mean they're going to have any reason. Maybe everybody just says, you know what, enough's enough. Let's just chill out. Exactly.
I just don't know what the lame duck Trump's going to do. It's kind of weird situation.
Oh, they're always weird. Yeah, see, and Bush, Bush won. Was that Bush or Bush won the last time we had a lame duck?
Wait, what? The question is?
Last time we had a single-term presidency with the lame duck overhang, which we're about to have if the president
if Trump doesn't
loses.
win. Yeah, the last one was George H.W. Bush when he lost. It seems like it happens once in a while. It just happens once in a while that there's no 8-year presidency.
But we got a strange dude in office, though.
Very.
Oh, why you worried that he's going to try to stay past two terms if he makes it through?
Yeah, 3 terms, 4 terms.
Yeah,
is he going to steal this election?
That's impossible at this point.
We refuse to leave office.
God,
there are no possibilities. Well, then
I don't know. He'd probably be fighting the whole thing till the end.
Yeah,
I think he would probably, he might say pending at resolution in court or something. He might have to go there if it's if we're talking about some blatant fraud that we know occurred that may have influenced the election.
Yeah, by Russia.
Then
China.
It's happened before in our history where they've had commissions, or I guess we had the 2000 election decided in the courts.
Mm-hmm. And most recently.
So this,
I heard
this is probably not ending soon.
1800s had a couple of incidences.
1876 was the disputed election. That was basically they got through the election, and the Democrat Tilden was ahead of the Republican Hayes by 19. I think it was 20 or 19 electoral votes, or 18, I think. And and Hayes and Tilden actually won the popular vote. But there was a dispute over the remaining 19 votes, and so they had to hire a commission that was supposed to evaluate it. And the commission was somehow composed of a majority of Republicans. So they just came up with a deal so that the 19 votes were assigned to the Republican Hayes. He won the presidency, but in return, the Democrats demanded that the Republicans remove federal troops from the South, from the Reconstruction South. Mm-hmm. So, that was reviled as a kind of a dirty deal, but both sides got something out of it.
Yeah.
So that was
weird stuff.
That was the disputed election of 1876. I'm not sure what other election you're talking about. There was a contingent election in 1824 when the House of Representatives picked John Quincy Adams after nobody got the majority number, the magic number of electoral votes.
Electoral votes, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's a scary scenario if we have that because of an electoral tie or something. That could be very dicey. So.
Oh yeah, you went over in the first hour the horror of how that happens, where the House and the Senate both vote.
Yeah, because the House is supposed to elect the president, and the Senate elects the vice president. In the House, it's based on each state delegation making a vote. So it's not which party has more representatives in the House. It's which party controls more of the states.
Yeah.
And right now the Republicans control that. And that's probably not going to change in the election. So, but the Senate could change. And so you could have the Senate picking the vice president and have a Democrat Senate picking Kamala Harris.
Yeah, to be vice president for President Trump.
With President Trump.
Can you imagine?
Maybe that would be, everybody would get something they wanted.
That might be the way this thing should go. Yeah. Everybody has to compromise.
What do you think?
Yeah.
No comment.
He's in shock.
He's just thinking about it.
I don't know. It's just the least of my concerns at the time anymore. I'll just see what happens here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're coming down to the end here. We could. I just don't know.
So I got the scores.
I don't know what the scores are. You can tell
I got
us.
them right here. Let's run through the scores here.
All right.
We got Buffalo 7-3.
Yeah, go ahead.
Over New England with 7:43 to go in the second quarter. The Rams and Miami, of course, are tied right now. Colts and Detroit are also tied. Tennessee and Cincinnati. Well, I took Cincy. Cincy's up 10-0 over Tennessee.
I got that one wrong.
Cleveland's up 3-0 over Las Vegas, but it's lots of time there. Green Bay 14-7 over Minnesota. KC 14-6 over the Jets. Pittsburgh and Baltimore still tied at 7-all. And that's it for the morning games. Yeah, so it's pretty conclusive so far. Pretty lackluster, but we still got the whole second quarter.
Yeah, I had the Bills, the Ravens, or Bills, Steelers. I got those two picked up, and I got the Bills winning.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Packers winning. Later, I got Seahawks over the Niners.
Yeah.
Monday, I got Eagles over the Cowboys.
I thought it was Tampa Bay at the Giants on Monday.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Sunday night. Monday night, I got Bucks over the Giants.
Yeah, those should be two pretty quiet games tonight. Might have to put them on the background and do something else.
Wow.
Do my taxes.
Cowboys Eagles gonna be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. They always have to litter Monday or Sunday night football with the NFC East.
Yeah. What a disaster. What a just train wreck this year.
I don't know. They just always do that to us. It's hard to deal with.
Yeah, that's good.
So
crazy.
Yeah. All right.
Week 9, I'm gonna have Giants Washington as one of the featured games. By the way, if anybody's interested.
I'm fighting to hold on to top spot in your pool there. Somehow I'm in top spot, so we'll see. It could be an utter disaster.
Yeah, you're right there.
It could be a disaster if the Steelers lose.
Right there, we got 6 games on this week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You expanded it.
Might be fun.
All right, well, we're going to go out with a song that I picked out for the Dodgers. So you want to go out with It's a Miracle?
Absolutely. 1974.
Miracles are possible. Don't forget that, Brian, okay?
Yeah, gentlemen, I'm getting past it. It's gonna be a while, but
yeah,
I appreciate everybody.
I know.
As long as you want, brother. It's not a race.
I feel your pain. I really do. Though I've never obviously gone through anything like this myself, but we all experience all kinds of losses, and you got people out there that you can go to. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna.
Everybody have a great week.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We're gonna go to close the show out. Have a great week, everybody, and go out with It's a Miracle, Barry Mello. A great week. Thanks for the great job today, Eric, and congratulations to the Dodgers. Sincerely. And looks like congratulations to the Chiefs. All right. Take care.
Good night.